Woo Block is here.
What's up,
Block.
We've
Hold on.
Oh, please, were we recording? Yeah, we're good. Now we've had Sheik on the podcast before. I don't think we've ever had Ghostface on the podcast.
I don't think so.
I think this is the first time Ghostface Killer has ever been on Juan Epstein.
It's like you broke my cherry. This is it.
Exactly how I was going to.
Cherry is broken.
How are you guys?
Good.
Talk closer. Both
Maintain
of
it.
Good. We good.
Yeah,
All right.
sir.
Grinding. Excited to be here.
This is
As
Woo
always.
Block, Sheik Luch, Ghostface.
Yeah.
Sheik is beyond hungover, and Ghostface is just
Yeah.
annoyed to be up this early.
I was at Styles P birthday party last night. Yeah, a little get together, so I was drinking with him.
Yeah, man.
Why
Yeah.
weren't we at Styles P birthday party last night?
No, it was like a little
Shout
intimate
out.
thing,
Super
like
proud.
30 people and all that.
Oh,
But you know,
I don't feel that bad then.
yeah.
Cypher, were you invited?
So I was not.
Okay.
But when he said it was super small family,
It was
I was
small.
like,
Yeah, it was small.
All right, I can live with it then. I
Yeah.
guess. I suppose.
all
Good.
right.
Good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Now I was in Amsterdam.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know, they don't celebrate
Oh,
that.
for the hot. Were you doing the weed joint with
Yeah.
Styles P?
Cannabis Cup.
Yeah.
The Weed Awards.
Crazy?
Yeah, it was crazy, yeah.
I think I was there
Weed
one time. But
awards.
did you actually partake in judging?
Yeah, me and Styles gave out a award. You know what I mean?
So all that means is you get to hang out and smoke mad weed, and then
All day.
That's
So
heavy.
which grain won? Which
Heavy.
grain won?
Yo, they had different. It's like different grains. It's different grains. You know, it was like sativa. Whoever made the best sativa. You know what I mean? You had 1, 2, or 3. This dude won, and you know what I mean. They had cushions, all types of. It's like it's too many. A lot of people won.
Okay, so it's not just one winner.
Different
for
strains.
everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no album of the
Different
year.
yeah, not an
That
album.
was the album of the
Nah,
year.
You should. That's what they should do is have an album of the year high award.
Oh, my
Everyone
God.
listens to get super high. And then
What?
listens to
Of
everything.
course.
Oh, word.
I would
That's
love
what
to be
that
there.
was.
Cannabis Cup, yo. It was fried out there though.
See,
It
but
was high.
I would think that Ghostface, you would love Thanksgiving the most because it's the holiday you eat the turkey, and you
Turkey,
did
yeah.
used to have the gold eagle.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
The turkey, but they don't celebrate that shit out there.
Come
you know what I mean?
on.
They don't celebrate that because me and Styles like, yo, we gotta find somewhere to get a turkey. You know what I mean? But
No luck.
yeah, it was nothing.
You know.
He just went to the coffee shop
And got
and
high.
just got blitzed. and got blitzed.
Last time I was in Amsterdam, I ate
Yeah.
a weed brownie, and I thought it was like it was e-pills crushed up on
That's,
top of it.
that's what you thought it was, or it
Yeah,
wasn't?
no, I
Oh,
thought it was
man.
what do you call, like frosting?
You
and
thought
stuff.
it was, yeah.
It was a bunch of little E's
No.
crushed up
Wait,
on
which
top.
coffee
I ate
shop
that
was
shit.
this?
Yo, huh?
Which coffee shop was this?
I don't know the name of it. We was in Amsterdam though.
They got a lot of
Like,
coffee
you
shops.
Classic name
They got the
drop.
gray area, the gray area, the greenhouse.
Greenhouse is where I go.
Okay, cool. They got the
oh,
gray
it's on
area.
the corner,
Styles
man.
said the gray area is ridiculous.
That's okay. I
It's on the
got
corner by the highway. It's all these bikes. They got a million bikes
Yeah,
up there,
million
like
bikes.
garages and stuff.
You know
right
what's
there.
even more killer?
Crushed up
Them
e-pills
little
on
old
it,
ass
man.
bitches in the window.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not
The
the
red,
old bitches in the window.
the red light
It
district.
depends on which one. Yeah, the red light joint. Because you got the old ladies. I ain't believe how these bitches can get up in the window. Though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then you got the 50, you got the
Yeah,
40, 30-year-olds.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
got the
yeah.
teens
The
and all
blacks,
that.
the
All the way
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
I went to
The
the
young
red light
ones, all
district.
that.
I ain't hit though. You know
Nah,
what I
I
mean?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't-
Good for you.
Yeah, I didn't go.
I would consider it might be hard though if there's something good in that window. How much is that doggy in the window? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
$50,
I
man.
know
It's
some
not
motherfuckers
that
$50
bad.
and the girls call you in and all that.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can
I was
walk
there.
through.
I was there for Amsterdam one time. It was one day, right? And in the morning, they were like, "Let's just drive past the red light district. I want to see what it looked like." So it was like noon. The lady was in the window smoking a cigarette with coffee, reading the newspaper. Son,
Yeah, B.
she was in her
Word.
office. I'm
It's
like, yo,
it's like
How's
house
her
and stuff.
yo, sex this up or something,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Look.
yeah.
I
look
heard
good.
like when you go inside, it's like dudes walking around in there and back of you and all that. Man, it's like people in there.
Whoa.
With you.
Oh, word?
Not like right in there, but if they watching. I heard the dudes is in there
Oh,
watching.
make sure you get that
Yeah,
money.
he
make
heard,
sure
he
you
heard.
get that money up. Word.
He don't know himself.
Yeah.
Ghost, is it true that you really melted down the eagle?
I got, yeah.
You don't have the eagle anymore.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
You
I
don't,
got it.
because I thought you
got
said in the
another one.
line
I got it.
you had another one.
Exactly. Yep.
Because that eagle was, and now this
Yeah.
this is a conversation I would just have with Ebro. And Ghostface walked out of the room. I said to Ebro, I said, how many different layers of sweatshirts you think Ghostface has? Right now? Because one of the favorite things I don't even know if you know this about yourself. One of everyone's favorite things in hip hop to joke
Yeah.
about Ghostface, because everyone loves Ghost and like loves your flavor so much. Is like, I'll tell people like the first time I met Ghostface, he was wearing 3 jackets, son. 3
Well, he
jackets.
was.
You had a hoodie, a leather, and something else. How many layers you got going right now?
No, this is it. I got the hoodie. I got this
Yeah,
and the
he's
hoodie
still-
on.
So that's just a vest,
Yeah.
hoodie, t-shirt.
Exactly.
And what about how many pairs of pants you wear? 'Cause I know sometimes you'll wear jeans and sweats.
No, I got my sweats on, and some basketball shorts.
And that's it though. That's regular.
And my drawers though.
Okay,
My drawers.
so 3 layers on top and bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you so into the layering?
I don't. It's like I don't. I guess it's from the scrambling days or whatever.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? The scrambling days when you come out, you always just came out. You know, you had your little. You know, you just was out there. You was out there under the building style. You know what I mean? And
Was it cold? Or was it?
Of course, yeah.
So you was laying it up because it's
in
the
cold,
weather.
basically
Oh, okay,
in the
okay.
cold. You know what I mean? We was, that's
Right,
where I
okay.
remember a lot of my.
So he's outside all day.
Oh, you might be running around, so you don't know what's going to be happening.
Yeah, it was
I
just,
done seen you laid it up in Miami too, though.
Yeah.
Well, it trained him, and now he does it all the time.
He's
You might
laid up
see
in
me-
Miami.
You might see me with my robe on or something like that.
Yeah.
Walk through with the robe on or shit.
Yeah.
Like
Might
that.
have to.
But I had to have the robe on.
Have to.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But the Eagle was one of the best moments in hip hop.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind the Eagle?
It was because I like Truck Jerry. I love Truck Jerry. I love Truck Jerry, and it was just like I don't know. It was just when I was on Sony, and I'm like, yo, listen, man, I don't know. I might have been in my Shazam mode or something. And shit. I just wanted some bangles. You know what I mean? And I just say, yo, listen, I'm going to get this Eagle, whatever. Talk to the jeweler. He drew that shit up, and I told him, the length of it. And where I wanted the diamonds at and all that shit, and it was just like,
body.
I didn't know it was gonna really make noise like that.
How? I mean,
know
I
what
guess
I
you
mean?
wouldn't know, but
We loved
that's
it.
a
Hip hop loved
That's
it.
that might be a
yeah.
top 10
Listen, man,
hip hop joint.
It really
Wait
is.
till we start shooting these videos and it's going in
It's
like
coming
that.
back out?
Of course, nigga.
No doubt.
I told you.
And the mask.
Yeah,
And the
all
mask.
that shit. I'm mask,
The
robes,
Ric Flair robe.
all that shit.
That's where that's where I wanted to go to. All right,
Let's
so
go to the mask.
we got to
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah.
Will you explain once and for all the mask story from the early Wu-Tang days? The word is that you were wanted at the time, so by the police, so that's why they had you in the mask. Tell us the story of the mask with Ghostface.
Nah, it wasn't really that deep. You know what I mean? I did a lot of dirt and shit. You know what I mean? Where I was at,
Scrambling
you know what I mean?
days.
Scrambling days.
Yeah, but it wasn't in New York though. You know what I mean?
Ah.
But
I
then
ain't let y'all niggas know that.
Well, of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
You fuck around and you know what I mean? But it was just like when we came with the Ghostface Killer shit. You know what I mean? From the mystery of chess boxing, and when I first got my name from there. The mask just fitted because if you use Ghostface, it was like, yo, you gotta have something mysterious behind that name.
Where you got the name
You
from?
know what
From
I mean?
where? From
Mystery of chess boxing.
a kung fu
One of-
flick.
One of these flicks that RZA had.
Okay.
He was a fanatic on that shit.
Right.
So and it was just like, oh shit. And
So
then,
there was a
know,
Ghostface Killer in
it was a real
the movie.
Ghostface,
Okay.
Yeah, niggas fronted on him, and he came back and destroyed everything. You know what I mean? 10 years later, you know what I mean? Nigga fucked around and came back. As soon as you see that little piece he threw in front of you, it was like it was over. You know what I mean?
So what was your name before that? Just in the hood, like.
Yeah, I was, I was Sun God. You know
Sun
what I mean?
God.
Tag name was Tonic. You know what I mean? I used to beatbox a lot. You know what I mean? Niggas had me on some Dougie Fresh shit. You know what I mean? And yeah, that was it.
And then isn't your son now Sun God?
Exactly.
So he took your name.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how early? What did you do first? What was the first hip hop thing you did? Were you writing first? Were you rhyming first? What were you doing? Were you like tagging? I mean, what was the first thing?
As far as hip hop?
Yeah, everything as far as
It
the
was
culture.
like- it was like, yo, I mean, since I was young, super rhymes and all that, it was just, I was into hip hop. I mean, I loved it since the first time when I was living in the projects in the West Brighton and they was outside cutting and, you know what I mean, plugged up to the lamppost and all that other shit like that. But yeah, but when I got to like 14, 15, me and my mans was in school, you know what I mean, and we just was like, we leave school, get high, be writing rhymes, you know what I mean, spitting rhymes at around like lunchtime and shit. And then one thing led to another. I just had as I grew, the vision started coming more. And then one day I was dusted, right? Smoked a bag of wet, and I fucked around, and I seen myself on stage. I seen myself there. You know what I mean? And from that point on, I just knew I was gonna make it. So it took a while, it took a long time. You know what I mean? But I seen the vision, yo. I seen it. I swear.
This is what, like junior high school?
Nah, this was like maybe like I was 17 or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? When I really
Did
seen
you know
that vision.
RZA at the time or any of the?
I met RZA like around 86, 87.
Right.
You know what I mean? Met him around 86,
Because y'all not from the
87.
same neighborhood.
Nah, Riz
right?
was from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? But he lived in the Hill. You know what I mean? Which is 5 minutes from me.
He lived and you lived in
I lived in Stapleton. Yeah, I lived in Stapleton. But Riz, he brought all that fly shit, all that Polo Hill figure shit. The way he had his layers was from BK. So he turned it up when he came to Staten Island, him and his brother. You know what I mean? And but he knew how to him, Genius and Dirty. They knew how to. They were just dart masters. You know what I mean? The Riz was a cutting nigga at the time too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Dirt was a beatbox nigga. You know what I mean? But still knew how to rhyme though. And it's just like, yo, I just kept fucking with him and fucking with him. And it was just something that was the attraction. You know what I mean? It's like a gravitational pull. And it was just like, I just, you know, I was still having my mans in them over here. And a lot of my crimies was going to jail around that time too. You know what I mean? So me and him just became close. You know what I mean? And one thing led to another.
So as he gets his Tommy Boy deal and everything, you're still on the side hanging out. You're there.
I'm
You were
with
there
him.
that whole time.
I'm with him. Yeah, he got his Tommy shit because Genius was on co-chilling.
Yep.
You know, when we caning him and shit. You know what I mean? And the Tommy Boy shit rocked. But then it was a time I had brought the Wu-Tang. I had a Wu-Tang tape called Wu-Tang vs. Shaolin, and I fucked around and I let RZA see it. And the shit was banging. He fell in love with it, exactly. So he wanted to take the Wu-Tang name and make it into a rap group. You know what I mean? And throughout all those years, that's what he incorporated. That's what he did. And
So it was just something you had and you liked, but you put it on to him and he loved it.
He loved because he was already a kung fu fiend.
Oh, got you.
A karate fiend already. You know what I mean? So we was out there. We had Valentine L, Old English. You know what I mean? And we call him the Valentine, the Shaolin, and the Old English, the Wu-Tang. You know what I mean?
Battling,
like,
right.
yo, yeah, just biz, though. You know what I mean? Like, yo, goodbye, let Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? You know, and, yo, it's just, we here, B. Yeah.
But that's because that's how you see the Wu. Every time you hear a Wu story, it's all like a little piece came from here, a little piece came from here, and it all came together. It had to form from like an ensemble.
Right.
Like not one person thought of the whole plan. Like it was like, oh, but here's this tape. Oh, we should do this.
Right.
And it all came together.
But I knew those niggas though because we battled before.
Who
All
battle?
of
Who
us.
do you battle? Against each other? Everyone?
Yeah, everybody on stage. Everybody, all of us. You know what I mean? And Dirty. Everybody. Only one that wasn't there was Deck, and I think Master Killer wasn't there. Deck was in jail. You know what I mean? And you know, Cap won the money though. Cap
Really?
Won. Yeah, Cap won that battle.
No wonder y'all left him out of the group at
You know
first.
what I mean?
That's why he wasn't officially until later.
But Cap is nice though. Nice when he's on, he on. He
But
go
why?
up.
But that's a good question. Like, why wasn't Cappuccino originally? Why wasn't he in the group to start out? Like, why was he kind of?
He wasn't around. He was in jail.
Oh, he was in jail.
Yui just came home, so he just made it. That's why I'm protect your neck. He got the 4 bars. We had to slip him in somewhere. We had to slip him in. We had to
Because he
slip him-
just gotten back.
Yeah. We had to slip him in. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Because he was throwing his dart back.
Did
then, too.
anyone not do? Has anyone not done time in that period from Wu-Tang? RZA didn't go to jail ever, did he?
Nah, but he was just some deep shit.
No, he told us he did some shit, but he
We
didn't
just
go
had
in.
him recently. Like
He was just here a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Meth went to jail.
Nah, he ain't never went up north. You know what I mean? Brothers,
Some
little weekend joint,
Yeah.
little central booking, but not.
Who did the most jail time in Wu-Tang?
The most, I don't know. Probably, brothers like Deck and them. I think he might have did like a couple of years or whatever.
You never did that much. You never did that much. Huh?
I mean, it depends if you add it all up. You know what I mean?
At one time,
You know what I'm
do
saying?
you ever do more than 6 months at a time?
At 15, I went upstate for like around a year.
Oh,
you
really?
know what I mean? Yeah, but that was like some DFY shit.
Got you.
You know what I mean? I was up in Chester, New York. Shout out to Pies 12. You know what I mean? And I was there for for a little bit, but that might not count though. You know what I mean?
Okay, but you could.
You know what I mean? But then did a little shit here and there. And,
But you stayed pretty well under the radar since you got large. Since you got famous.
Nah, jail, man. It ain't the move, yo. You know what I mean? Once a motherfucker tell you when to go to sleep and wake up, it ain't even the inmates. Inmates is cool, you know what I mean? But it's just the system, period. You know what I mean? But when I got caught with that biscuit, the last time when I had to do that little 6 month, 5 years probation, it was like, okay, I ain't really, I just been chilling, man. You know.
Now Sheik, SP went to jail. Not that long ago, in the early 2000s, or was that what it was? Yeah, around his album. Did you go in at all?
No, this weekends.
Just weekends?
Yeah.
What was it? Did you
Get
go
away.
No, that's a quick weekend. That's nothing.
This weekends,
Unless
stuff
it is,
like that.
it is not a crime to smash hot Puerto Rican chicks, Syfe. You do not do jail time for that.
The amount he do it probably is a crime, man.
It's like that.
Did you go visit SP a lot when he was gone?
Nah, I probably went like once.
Really? Why didn't you go see him more?
What he did, like a year?
Yes. Why are you asking me? He's your best friend.
Yeah,
Nah,
he did like a
niggas don't
year.
even
So
like-
but yeah, you ain't going
Sometimes
to see him a bunch of
niggas
times.
don't even like to get visits, especially
Yeah.
from like
I
people
didn't
that's
want
on.
visits. I
Really?
didn't want no visits.
Why don't you want visits?
I just didn't want them. Let me just do what I gotta do, man, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I
If
mean?
he had-
I
if
ain't
he
really
had
like
Makes you
bad
think of
kids, I
home
would've
too
went more.
much.
Yeah,
Word.
you know what I mean?
You start reminiscing too much. You just want to just stay focused.
Word.
Plus, then if they start seeing you got people that they know coming to visit,
It was
it
crazy.
could bring extra heat around.
Yeah, it's like, sometimes you don't want that. But then you got some motherfuckers that do want it, you know what I mean? Especially when you further up north.
Right.
And nobody really come to check you or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So then that's like, motherfucker, you know what I mean? But if I got like 6 months or whatever, man, it's like,
Nah, you be home real quick.
yeah, let me just go do that, you know what I mean? And that shit. But people came to check me out, you know what I mean? But it was just like, yo, I got a lot of mail though, you know?
Now listen, I want to apologize, Sheik, because we're asking Ghost a lot of shit.
Nah, I love the story. So.
Okay, cool. So, because we see Sheik a lot.
Yo,
Sheik,
listen.
he's done the podcast many times, and we're gonna
Word.
get in a little while when we're done with the podcast. We're gonna record stuff for the show for tomorrow,
Right.
and we're gonna play all Wu Block, D Block, and Wu Tang music for the
doubt,
whole
baby.
9 o'clock hour tomorrow to promote the album. But right now, while we're here nerding out, I just want to let you know in advance that we got mad shit
you
because we were talking about.
Yeah.
You
Calm
talking
down.
mad fast.
Want me to bring it down a notch?
You might. It looks like you might have snorted a little something.
Well, you saw the inside of the cover. of Wu Block.
Yeah, we got that white.
Nah, yo.
They got that white inside the cover.
that
Joint-
girl.
Listening to all that be crazy. I remember I first met RZA. I tell you the story. I was in Nico. It used to be called the Nico in L.A.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I was in the weight room. Nigga kicked the door open, poof, and just came in like this. He's going, like, yo, it's weight room. Yo, he came in and kicked the door open, like literally. And then there's some more kicks, and then more kicks. Just kept going doing power moves. Like, I was like, yo, these niggas is really ninjas. Like, yo, and I was young. It's like, yo, nice to meet you. And he was talking like that. Yeah, RZA, word.
Was this when you were first on?
When we first we was with Bad Boy and all that, and he just came in there doing some kung fu shit. Mad weights around, he ain't touching none of them. Just kicking in the air and all that. I said, oh,
yeah,
shit.
it's crazy.
Word.
Yo, I just realized the connection that in hip hop lore there would be between rap beef and you guys. That you guys were on that talking about Biggie,
Right.
Biggie biting off of Nas, and you were Biggie's camp. You know, this is roughly the same period.
Yeah.
Did you and Biggie ever have any conversations after that period?
Nah, it was before that shit happened in L.A. You know, I got a chance to see him one night. I think it might have been at one of Brandy's party or something like that. But I came through the door, you know what I mean, me and Cat, you know what I mean, whatever. But he was standing over there. I think it might have been him and C's and somebody else, you know what I mean? So I had to walk past him or whatever. I mean, I seen him mad times after that shit, but this is, you know, it was like, you know, I started like, yo, what the fuck is, you know, I like this nigga shit. You know what I mean? But it was just that when I was making that CD, that Cuban Link shit, and the shit I was just saying, yo, I was wild, B. I was really, really wild. I don't give a fuck what it was. You know what I mean? I'm just doing whatever. You know what I mean? Big ain't never did nothing to me or whatever the case may be. I was just throwing how I felt at the time. But when I seen them, you know what I mean? We seen each other and it was like, yo, we didn't really say too much, but we just shook hands, you know what I mean? One of them hugs and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I wanted to make music with him. You know what I mean? But that handshake was like the beginning to maybe I could do something with this man.
Well, was it that bad though?
It wasn't really, you know, but I can
You
understand
never said
it.
his name
When I
or
look at
anything.
it, but I ain't say the name, but you know.
Yeah, niggas
you
know, but
yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like that. You know what I mean? So he ain't stupid. You know what I mean?
So it sounds like you still felt somewhat bad about it. You felt like you went a little
Of course. And then when he got murdered, it's like, yo, that shit hurt me, B. You know what I mean? Because a lot of New York niggas is pussy, B. And I'm going to tell you why. A lot of niggas, man, we stayed out there, B, when that shit happened. And them niggas couldn't even believe, like, yo, y'all still out here?
we got work to do, nigga. We ain't going to no motherfucking place. You got an album to finish, you know what I mean? But I seen, you know what I mean, a lot of New York niggas, man. Yo, they just was on some puny shit, man. And I'm just gonna say that, man. You know what I mean? Niggas was really actually scared to death. Whoever was out there around that time when Big got killed, man, niggas know.
Was that when you guys had
They had like a mansion.
wasn't the mansion
Forever?
here or was the mansion in LA?
No, we was
was
recording
out there.
Forever out there, right?
Yeah, we did Forever out there. Yeah, we
Then
did
it was like a
Forever.
Wu-Tang house that everyone
Yeah,
was in,
we was
right?
in there. Yeah, we was in there. Yeah, we was in there. Yeah, we was in there, B. But
Were you?
It was sad.
I said this to RZA. Were you surprised at all that the Wu-Tang thing went off the way it did? Like, did you know it was going to become a way of life that people would tattoo on their bodies?
I didn't know that. I'll tell you one thing though. I knew we was coming to crush heads. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? Because we was coming after the not on no real like, yo, we gonna kill this nigga, but his squad. You know what I mean? We sized them, they had Redman. They had a powerful team.
They was
Powerful
You know what I mean?
team.
They had Redman. You know what I mean? Murray. Jay Solo and them niggas. They had a team. But we know, okay, it's like 6 of them, and it's like 9 of us. You know what I mean? But I had faith in all my niggas too. Like, yo, we could get ahead and get in. You know what I mean? So, but it just so happened when we came in, it was like, I guess, you know how things happen with crews. They started like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess, whatever. But I didn't know that the impact was gonna be the way it is right now with everybody tattooed up. You know what I mean?
And it's still like that.
No, it's
20.
getting worse. It's getting worse because I seen like I told you yesterday, I seen like 11 and 9-year-olds coming to the show now.
Wu-Tang is like,
And
it's like
They're the Beatles. Now you guys like the
Yeah.
Beatles.
Like your older brother, your uncle's gonna give you he's gonna be like, y'all listening to all this weird music. Let me teach you about this.
Right.
And
You're like, so
slide.
it's like Led Zeppelin or the Beatles. You're that shit that kids, when they get into music,
Right.
if someone can tell a kid's into music, they go, oh, you like hip hop? You need to check this out.
Right.
So then you're always going to have young
Right.
fans.
Be up big time.
Right.
We be doing tours, they be
Yeah.
up, say.
Right.
Sure.
Real.
Yeah. It's like, and it's more worse overseas.
I'm sure.
It's worse overseas. Here, it's okay. You know what I mean?
New York's probably the lightest. People probably are the most casual in New York.
Yeah, New York is the lightest. New York is the lightest. You know what I mean? But overseas, when you hit Dublin and all the motherfuckers over there, it's like, yo, man, it's almost like a cult.
It is.
You know what I
It
mean?
is,
Like,
think.
because they dying with that tattoo. And that's how I looked at it. And I'm like, God, what did, I just realized the other day I was part of a group. It's like, yo, I'm in the group and shit. Like, it just sounded kind of funny to me. Like, oh, shit, yo, so you was in that group. You know what I mean? And it's like, these niggas, when they getting buried with that W on.
Right. Do you have a Wu tattoo?
Yeah, do you have a Wu tattoo?
I don't got no tattoos.
You see, that's crazy. You don't even have one.
I don't
Well,
got
first of all, it's funny that you
Channel
have no
have one.
tattoos, period. That's not
Right.
common in hip hop to have
Yeah.
no tattoos, period.
It's
You,
like,
got,
yo,
you have tats?
1,000 of them.
You have 1,000, right?
Yeah. I never wanted, I thought about a while ago, you know what I mean, of getting it. This was years ago, though. You know what I mean? Just on, little something, probably kids on your arm or something. But then it was like, nah, as time went on, it's like, yo, I'm not getting none of that shit. I ain't getting none of that shit, yo.
You never
You know
thought
what I
about it, like when Dirty Pass or anything like that, people's names or things like that? A lot of times that's what gets...
Yeah, but it's like, I'm a Muslim, man. You know what I mean? And really, I ain't supposed to be doing that like that anyway, like writing on yourself and shit. So it's like, I just said, you know what, man, I'm gonna just go as it is and shit.
I respect
You know what
it.
I mean? Yeah.
So if you need to get a tattoo?
I've been
that
trying
Wu
to figure
tattoo
out-
at?
no, no,
Yeah, Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang's for the
trying to
children.
figure out for the longest what to get. I never know what to get. So
Yeah. Nah,
Until you know.
You didn't get nothing, right?
Nah, I'm indecisive.
Yo, man, you good then. You know what I mean?
You may be too
You
old
ain't
to get the
supposed to
first
be like everybody else, man. You know what I mean?
We always say these days,
You got a tattoo?
no.
Frank Sinatra, man.
These days, not having a tattoo is the new tattoo. Because like when
Right.
you were getting tattoos, it was cool to get tattoos still. Cats were
Right,
getting,
yeah,
now it's like it's a given you have cats have tattoos.
Yeah.
It's rare to meet someone who doesn't have a tattoo.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Sorry. Go.
No, go.
No,
Yeah.
your favorite like ghost album of your album. Could you even pick?
Maybe it depends. But it's like the most fun album I did was Supreme Clientele.
Recording it.
Yeah, recording it. I had fun doing
RZA
it.
said the same thing.
Yeah, we had
He
fun.
said the same
We
thing.
had fun. We just had fun, and that's how I know. Sometimes a lot of your albums depend on the vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The vibe of shit. It's like, you know what I mean? Because at that time it was just fun. You know what I mean? You know, Iron Man. It was like, all right, we coming off of the raised Cuban link. You know what I mean? You found out I was a diabetic. I was going through things.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was kind of Iron Man's kind of dark a little bit.
It is dark.
You know what I mean? It's kind of dark.
Supreme Clientele.
You know what I mean? A little bit more colorful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Wallets came. You know what I'm saying? He was in Florida. All right, it was a good album. They just took 2 good songs off. You know what I mean? That was The Sun with Slick Rick and The Watch.
So this, you have the bootleg, right, Seth?
You know what I mean?
I have the white label. Don't
The
worry,
Sun
they
with
still sent
Slick
out
Rick
Epic. The
and The
crazy
Watch.
thing is, Epic still sent out the white label of the
Yeah,
original
just can't
album
sell
to
it.
DJs.
Yeah.
They just couldn't sell it.
Oh,
But the
okay.
Sun was.
Yeah, Slick Rick and The Watch. But you know, but the one I really appreciate probably the most as far as writing might have been the R&B joint.
Love it.
R&B
Yeah,
joint.
The R&B.
that was it. That was it.
That's a different
mean?
vibe though. Like
Yeah.
People didn't get it. People didn't get it.
Def Jam ain't get it.
No,
love
Def
that
Jam.
shit.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, y'all complained on my last joint about singles, like, yo, there's no singles, but then when I gave y'all like 16 singles, and y'all still fuck it up.
I know, and Baby
You know what I
took
mean?
here. Baby did pretty good for us.
Right.
We played Baby a lot. It started
I
ringing.
don't know, though. You know what I mean? But
The other one with Raheem was crazy too.
because it's like, yeah,
This
I
is
like
the
that
story of the player.
Yeah.
That's-
That one, I
if you
like
think
that
about
record, man.
if you think about like all the early Wu stuff and Ghostface stuff, like they sampling like Al Green and all the soul music, which was R&B at that era.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So because some rap fans don't understand how R&B connects with hip hop, but all those beats that you sampled is technically R&B.
Yeah.
Like Cream,
Right.
Yeah.
that's an old 60s or 70s R&B record.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
so
exactly.
now when you,
Yeah.
the fuck you doing, man?
Jeff, Jesus.
Nah.
So yeah, so then you gonna make that. I was like, he's going back to like the roots. Like, but some fans they just want raps, and I'm like, you gotta understand soul. You know what I mean, like,
Right.
you gotta feel the singing.
But it's not just that. It's also the energy of it, the grown manness of the album, of the content on the album.
Right.
You know, even the single "Baby," it's about having a baby. It's a different.
Right.
It's a different place, and I guess a lot of people weren't ready for it. But I thought it was incredible. Hold on, but also don't sleep. Fish Scale was fucking awesome too.
I mean,
You're not into it?
It was all right. When I look at it, see now I look at my shit and I just be looking at where I'm my worst critic anyway, but I look at it and be like, okay, I shouldn't have did it like this, or these songs right here, I could have dealt without those. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking like you got to put 18 on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
18
And you
tracks.
don't.
So you
Yeah,
just
you don't.
got
You know, like
12.
because sometimes you could just do 10
No, good.
fat ones.
That's it.
And you just murdered it. Like this, like a hit to the face. You know what I mean? And you killed it. You know what I mean? So I'm learning as I'm really learning now. Right now, I'm really learning. You know what I mean? Like I'm really on my game. Like I really looked at this game and seeing like, yo, what it really is now.
Well, one of my favorite things to do is to tell my favorite artists of all time, who I think are virtually perfect artists, the one thing in their career that they did that I didn't like.
Right.
It's always my favorite thing to do. There's only one Ghostface Killer song that at the time, and I'd have to go back now because maybe I'll be different, but at the time, got the Skipperoo. Do you know what? Can you guess what it was?
Your Ghostface Skipperoo?
Yes, my Ghostface Skipper. That when it came out, I was like, I can't do it.
Is it because it's a little softer?
It's soft. It's a little softer.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
got a
know.
feature that's interesting.
No, I don't know.
Oh, Tush.
You knew it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yo,
That was my Skipper. I couldn't do it.
yo, yeah.
Of course you did.
Yo, that's wild
It's for
as shit.
you.
Why, you know what?
She did the
Because you know what it
shoulders
was?
and shit with it, like,
I was trying to see, because listen, I'll take a chance. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'll take a chance to see what might, you know what I mean? Because you never know, because the game was funny, man. And it's like, yo, all right, when you give them this, and then they falling for this bullshit over here. And it's like, damn, man, you know what I mean? So I was just like, yo, you know, like and that was around Pretty Tony album, yep. And you know, and that's around the time when I started smoking weed too. You know what I'm
Stopped or
saying?
started?
Stop.
Oh, you stopped smoking.
Yeah, yo. It took me like 18 months to do that fucking album. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I was blasted, B. I wasted a lot of money on that shit, yo. Def Jam was mad as a motherfucker.
Because you stopped smoking?
No, because I wasn't going to studio, yo. It was like the weed started getting to me at that time. I'm second guessing everything I'm doing. I'm doing 100 takes, you know what I mean? And I catch the line, and then I got the next line, but then I can't remember what the fuck I wanted to say, so I'm stuck.
But I got studio time at 3 o'clock, and I'm not getting there till like 10. You know what I mean? Then when I get there, I just feel like I can't do it, and I tell her I'll come back tomorrow. And I did that for like 6 months straight, yo.
Damn.
She was like $2,500 a day.
Why? But I don't understand why. If you'd always been smoking weed, what started going wrong with the weed?
I don't know.
It just turned on you?
It just
It turned on.
No, because you got. I don't know what it is, but I think my brain cells was just fried. It was fried, and I'm down there with a dude that's smoking like 10 a day, of real crystal shit. So you know what I mean. So I think I was just fried, and then you know. My younger days, I was doing mescalines and a lot of dust. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking all that shit was like, yo,
Nah,
man.
it adds up, Ghost.
Let's be honest, it probably did add up.
Nah, and that's why I said, you know what, man? And I was scared to do it too, like to like, yo, how I'm gonna write this shit now? I don't know what the fuck to do. I thought it was gonna fuck me up, yo, and I just said, fuck it, man. I gotta just do it though. But yeah, that Tush joint. I just try to fuck around and just
let me see if it works.
Get in somewhere.
Let me see.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing
is,
I
wouldn't have made it the single like that though. I don't know. You know what I mean?
They made it a single.
They made it a single. You know what I mean?
But the funny thing is, your biggest hit, Cher Shayla Ghost, right? Is that your biggest hit?
I would say a lot of people recognize it.
That's got to be the biggest one, right?
Yeah.
Like radio hit.
Well, as a DJ, it is. It's the one that I can play at any
a
party.
Yeah, because all Ghost joints you can't play in a party. That one you can play, so it'll get a more lifespan.
But it's funny because that song is a party banger. But when you first heard it, I didn't think of it as a party banger. It was just a dope. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't chase a hit. Your one hit.
Right.
It just happened to be a.
And that came in the ninth inning.
Hit. You know, the term hit with Ghost is like it's different.
Yeah,
It's
you have
like-
plenty of hits, but they're not.
We talking about the radio record company trying to get a hit. You know what I'm saying?
I would say that was,
Everything is
and I would say in terms of that kind of hit, Cher Shayla Ghost would be the one.
Yeah.
Whereas
Or
you
the
have plenty
Neo
of
joint.
hits.
The Neo
to-
joint was big, right?
Oh, the Neo joint.
The Neo joint was pretty big.
Right, yeah.
Got a lot of
yeah,
hits.
yeah. That joint?
All that I got is you.
That's you. Yeah. He
Oh
right,
yeah, that's
he
a
right.
whole nother.
He right, yeah.
That was a big hit. That was in like the Hot 97, crazy days. That was a super heavy rotation hit.
Hell yeah.
Right,
But the Neo joint was awesome too.
right. Yeah, it was, it's just, you got little ones here and there. You know what I
Man,
mean?
fuck it here, man. Let's
You
talk
know
about
what I mean?
Malcolm,
Yeah, we
man.
about making records.
Let's talk about Malcolm. Let's talk about Nutmeg. Let's talk about fucking Wildflower, son.
Wildflowers.
Wildflower. Sheik, you know Wildflower?
You don't know Wildflower?
Nah,
You know it if you hear
You
it.
know it if you hear
Oh,
it.
yeah, hell yeah. You know what I mean?
It's, put it this way, it's the most vulgar rap song of all time.
I love that shit. Yeah. He still perform that joint. Yeah, we perform that shit on stage and shit. Yeah.
Do they love it? Do people go crazy?
I mean, yeah, the ones that recognize it, yeah, they
I
love
know I
that
do.
shit. You know what I mean?
I be singing along and shit.
there.
When we rapping together and shit, I be
Word,
singing like
B.
a fan and shit.
That's because we're DJs. Like the thing about DJs is that we look at titles because we get the records and all that, and we read the titles. But you never say Wildflower in the song, really. Like it's not the hook.
Nah, ain't the song.
So people don't call it that.
Yeah,
But we
see,
know
when you look at
It's, yeah, you stink, ho.
But if you listen to New Birth, Wildflower, you know what I mean? Then you can understand. You know
The
what
original
I mean?
one.
She was a sweet and gentle flower, but just going wild. You know what I mean? So it just came. It's Wildflower.
I'll tell you what should have been in terms of the smoothed out Ghost joints, that early smoothed out Ghost joints, don't sleep on Cam May either.
Cam May is fire.
Woo!
Okay, man.
Your man came in. Your
Yeah.
man, before he got married, he's like, "Yo, this is my song. I'm dancing to."
Yeah,
His
yeah,
wife was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Nah, son,
No,
nah."
I told her, the first thing I said was,
Yeah.
as God is my witness, my girl, I've told you this before, my girl loves Baby. We love that song.
Right.
And I said, honey, when we first started to get married, I was like, babe, can I get Ghostface to come perform Baby at the wedding?
Right.
She was like, honey, I love that song, but we're not doing a song about having a baby at the
Right,
wedding.
right,
She was
right,
like, we're
right,
not
right,
having
right,
a
right.
baby.
The actual
That
wedding.
doesn't make sense. I was like,
I
but
feel
honey,
You still
no.
see us? Lights went out. Ghost made the shit shut down.
Go turn the lights off.
You still see us?
But I will tell you, that is going to be the anthem of me having a child. We will be playing Baby in the hospital.
I'm in his wedding,
Right,
waiting
yeah,
for
yeah,
Cam May
yeah.
to come on, son.
Shit.
It was the
That's
moment.
live though. That's live.
Yo,
though.
Ghostface, you gave me my only battle DJ routine. Because I never was a battle DJ, but there's one
Is it from Protect Your Neck?
line. It's from Criminology. Because he goes, dealing in my
Cypher,
cipher, I revolve
around
around
sciences.
So I used to be like, cipher, I revolve around. Cipher, I revolve around.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
I never won,
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Nah, that's what it is.
But I
though.
had one.
That's what it is. But let me tell you something though. When you listen to all our early Wu shit and all that shit like that, you could never play that shit in the club like that. And I say that is because, you know, when you try to throw it on, is RZA at that time. I mean, even still, you know what I mean. His ears is burnt out. You know what I mean. He don't know how to EQ like that.
What do you
Check
mean?
it out.
You think RZA doesn't EQ shit that's right for a party?
Listen. Put Ice Cream on against one of his joints. Me and him do the show together. His shit blows my shit.
Oh yeah. Nah,
You know what I mean?
It's not.
It's like it ain't
it's
like
not
and
sonically-
Ray always used to tell him like, yo, man, our shit gotta be. You see how Puff shit sounding?
Yeah,
Our
but-
shit gotta be clear and big. Our shit was just like made for a tape.
See, but RZA,
you know what I mean?
but RZA's vision made sense for what ultimately worked for your fan base.
Right.
He was thinking about, no, this is what our
All right,
people
but
want.
even if RZA, he still never tried to
It
make
wouldn't
it
have been the
be
same,
big.
though, man.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been the same. It was because
It
it did
created
sound
its
like
own sound.
yeah, it created his own sound.
Yeah,
but
it
it's
don't
like,
sound
but
like
now
that.
when I gotta go ahead and be on stage with him, it's like, yo, this nigga shit is just
his
like
shit is sonically-
it's
yeah,
knocking,
yeah,
nigga,
yeah.
like, and my
Yeah.
shit is down here.
That's very interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yo.
understand, like the
Yeah.
sonics of it.
Yo, what did I just read a thing about what, or was it RZA who told us, or did I just read about RZA having a different mic for Ghost?
No, I never heard that.
Yeah, when I did Mighty Healthy, I took an old school mic because I wanted my shit to sound like it
More
was in the
Shafiq.
park. Yeah, like you know what I mean, like we was really in the park and shit like that. And then for a couple, I think some other shit, because I had a few rhyming off of some breaks, and I just wanted to be like, yo, because that's what I do. I get in there and I'll be like, yo, give me that MC Shan voice. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like how he had his mic.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Whatever how they had their mics. I don't just like a regular mic.
Well,
You can't come in there-
I think RZA felt. I heard RZA say that. I think he felt like other people. And you know, listen, and this is why I love RZA because I
Yeah.
think he keeps you all so near and dear to him. That he felt like he understood how to produce your sound the
Right.
way it was meant to sound.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he didn't
Right.
necessarily think that every other engineer and producer you got with
Right.
understood the same way to get your vocals.
Right.
So
I give him that.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but do you guys would beef with him about shit too? Like you'd be like, yo, I'm not fucking with this, and have a
Oh
back.
no. See, with me, it's like you got my crew. You know what I mean? But I'm like a different dude. Like you know what I mean? It's like I take it. I'm like look at that. I look at everything like a scientist too. Like like I told you, from the mic on down. You know what I mean? But a lot of guys, I never really heard them complain. I don't know how they do now. You know what I mean? But back then, in 36 Chambers, it wasn't like nobody wasn't. Not talking about the album, talking about the studio. You know what I mean? Nobody wasn't really complaining. You just go in there and you might be like turn my mic up or try to give me a little bit more crispy. But I know I knew a lot of times on what I wanted. Like you know what I mean?
Here's my question: how do you decide to make a record like Holla, where you go, yo, just let that shit play, and they go, oh, you want me to loop it, and you go, no, let the entire
Rapping
song
over
play.
all the lyrics.
Yeah.
Bobby Womack singing and everything.
how does
He's
that
gonna be rapping
happen?
Over the whole Curtis
I
Mayfield.
did
The
that.
whole song.
Yeah.
I did that. I first did that when I was like 17, 18. You know what I mean? Back then, before Wu-Tang ever started. You know what I mean? I'm with my man R&S. He the producer that made
Made a lot of classics.
Yeah. Shaheem and Blue Cheese in them and all that. You know what I mean?
I didn't know he did.
Yeah.
He produced UMCs.
Yeah, he did some beats. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
think
that.
might have been his joint.
Oh, wow.
So. But I was young though. You know what I mean? And I rhymed off it. It's just your imagination. You know what I mean? Yo.
And you would just jump on and
But
rhyme on
was
it.
like I rhymed on it. But you know what? I like those. I like that music more than I like hip hop beats and all that shit.
You'd rather just.
It's those beats first, then break beats, then regular hip hop beats.
Yo, Syph, why don't you and I, Juan Epstein, do a mixtape with Ghostface where he rhymes only over songs like
And
that?
a show. Yo, listen,
And we
man.
put on a concert with it.
Listen, so
Can
I
we
had
work?
to.
Can
I
we
had
work?
to. I had
You
to
save us from this.
I had to.
I'm going.
More
I
than
had to
show life.
perfect that. See, when I was doing, when I did, because I did. Remember the other joint? I wanna go outside. When I did that on Supreme Clientele, they took it off though. You know what I mean? They had took it off though. You had some versions with it on and some versions with it off.
Well, I was surprised
I
you
have that
cleared the one for Holla. I'm surprised they cleared that. That was a Bobby Womack record?
Yeah, no,
was
that's Delphonics.
And they cleared it? And they cleared you using the entire song?
Yeah, they might have wanted. See, me, I'm the type of dude. I love my fans. So a lot of times I never got no publishing from a lot of these albums. Really, I really
don't see how you could.
I never even got a piece of publishing, nigga.
Because the samples are
Nigga, let me tell you something. Yeah, because it's like wow, shit. Because it's like I love to give them like what they know me for. Right. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of times I sacrificed just to be like, yo, you know what? Nah, fuck that, man. Word, Mike said he wants 100% of publishing from that song. But if I feel that song is fat and it's gonna make the album, I mean, I think motherfuckers are just like, you know what, man, give it to me. Because let me tell you something. A lot of times with these companies, you never see a back end. Never, ever, ever. They promise you that shit. We give you take this little bit, and we give you this on the back end after the album is complete. You never see a fucking back end. It's a game, yo. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But for my fans, I always wanted them to feel me. So but Barry White didn't clear that watch sample. So that's why it's not on what you would call it. But if he wanted that 100% published, I would have gave him that publishing. Just to put the watch on it. You know what I mean? And make the album more like, oh shit, that's a solid album. You know what I mean? And that's just what I do, yo. You know what I mean?
And that's why we love you, Ghost.
That's why we love Ghost.
You know?
We know that's what you do. Like,
yeah.
And look,
but the fans don't know that I don't get that, like, nigga, yeah, I'm not getting paid for this shit from y'all niggas. So it's like, yo, motherfucker, I'm doing this shit. Y'all motherfuckers better go cop my shit, yo.
Exactly. Come to the fucking concert, buy a ticket.
Or some and shit. You know what I mean? So that's what it is and shit. But enough about me, man. Woo block.
You bringing my shit
you
back.
know what
Keep
I mean?
talking, man.
Yeah,
Woo
exactly.
block. Woo block. You know what I mean? Nah, because you know why?
Let
me tell you something.
Hungover Chic.
Let me tell you something.
She was happy. She was happy.
It's proud though. Nah, because what it was though, it was like, it's like, I love these brothers, B. And working with him, yo, it's like the chemistry. It was just like, it's like he from Yonkers, I'm from Staten, but it just seemed like, yo, nigga, it's like, that's my brother, B. Yo, it feel like we the same niggas.
When y'all hooked up, when y'all first hooked up and y'all started doing music together, I said, this makes perfect sense. Y'all like the same type of dude, similar styles, similar rhymes, similar person in the group you're in. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's in Locks, D-Block, you in Wu-Tang. Right. But when y'all do your solo stuff, I can see how it's like Meth and Red.
Okay.
It's like Meth and Red are very similar. They the wild ones of the group. The
Smoke out niggas, all that shit. Yeah.
Then when Sheik and Ghost came together, I was like, this makes perfect. And then the name is just ill, like Woo Block.
Baby.
That was his
All
name.
you? That's all you?
It's him. Yeah. He brought that to the table. You know what I mean? And it sounded like that's what it was when he said it. You know what I mean? Because we posted this at the Fish Scale with a different name. You know what I mean? Like, yo, he's like, yo, it's 2 Gorillas in the Mist. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, all right, yeah.
That's right.
All right, cool. You know what I mean? But, you know, shit never get to happen, you know. But then when we did this fucking tour and we brought it back up, and then, yo, he came with that Woo Block shit, it was like.
Now, are there a lot, when you go on the road together, are there like, there's Locks fans and there's Woo fans, like, and they are fine together? Like, there's no, like.
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah.
You got hits.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
But they
catalog.
got hard records, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got hard records that y'all did in the past, you did in the past. Right. Then y'all both got R&B type joints.
No doubt, for the chicks.
You got the
girls.
Good Love.
Yeah, Good Love and all that. That's my joint.
What was the other one?
Yeah, man.
So it's like you watching
they be
this
bugging. We'll hit them with ice cream, then come in with the Benjamins and this and that, then Reservoir Dogs. Like, we be.
That's a lot of you. That's a good
do
show.
y'all do the shows together?
Yeah.
Like
man.
on stage at the same time?
Same time. I'm there ad-libbing on this city, catching my shit.
Who DJs for you guys?
Technician.
Tech.
Now,
shout out to Tech.
You guys, this album's got obviously Ghost and Chic on everything, but there's a bunch of Ray. There's Capadonna.
Yeah.
Styles P and Jada. Of course, you're on here a few times. Master Killer, Jizza, and Erykah Badu are on Driving Around.
Yeah.
She's a hip hop head. She must have been.
Yeah. Shout out to Erykah. She's incredible, B.
Yeah, she's
incredible.
a hip hop goddess.
Incredible.
When you look into her eyes, something strange happens.
You talking about Erykah? You ever? Is she 5%er? Like she has knowledge, right?
She's a smart wisdom. You know what I mean?
That first song she ever put out got mad little 5%.
Right.
Quotes
She got
in it, like,
because was she from Philly or where?
From Dallas.
Dallas. Yeah, she just got that. She got that soul because she be around that circle that know what time it is. Yeah. They not stupid. She ain't stupid. You know what I mean?
A lot
Yeah.
of joints.
Yeah, she
On
ain't
and on
stupid.
is
She's the
basically
whiz,
a
Fox.
cipher.
Yeah.
She is.
She's a whiz. You know what I'm saying? You're my whiz, Fox. Don't get it twisted. Then you got there's meth. I wanted to ask a meth question before because I was having a conversation the other day, right? I was talking to someone about Pro Era, which is this kid Joey Badass's new crew, and Joey Badass out of Brooklyn. A lot of people talking about this kid.
Yeah,
A lot of hope for this
I
kid,
heard
right?
him, yeah.
And they have a great New York feel that reminds you of the old days. And I was saying to them that he's in this place where he's trying to put on everyone in the crew, right? So every time there's an interview and everyone wants to talk to him, he's like, nah, talk to my man. And I was saying to his management, I'm like, he needs to learn that he needs to blow the fuck up
First.
so he can get them on.
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, that's
yeah, yeah.
the way it is sometimes. You got to ride. Everyone knows that you're down for the team. But if people want to interview with you, don't bore them with people they don't know yet.
Right,
They're
right.
gonna let them
Right,
care
right,
about
you're
them.
right, you're right, you're
And
right,
I
you're right,
I
you're right.
thought about Wu-Tang in the early days and how when y'all first came out, the clear front runner at the very beginning was Meth. Like when
Yeah.
it first started, Meth was this like kind of star who jumped out.
Right.
Was there ever any moments of anyone in the crew feeling salty or ways about it, or
Kick
did
him out
everyone?
like they kicked out Buster from LONS?
Exactly, because Busta dealt with that with LONS. Or did everyone kind of understand Mets getting it going? Let's ride.
Everybody understood.
Well, wasn't that the first single?
Yeah, it was the first single off the album.
Yep.
I remember because
Yeah.
I was chilling on the stoop at PAL. Somebody jumped out of a truck and handed me a cassette tape
Right.
that said METHOD man, and I was like, oh my god, I got a free tape. I was just hype off the free tape.
Tape, right.
And then I was like, oh shit, this shit is hot. What?
Right.
We're the first on our block to hear Method Man.
But that's a good question. Did anyone say why is this the first single? This song about just meth? Why is this the
Nah,
first
we
single?
sat in the room and we just you know, Meth was the hottest. He was just the hottest. Even out the clan, he was just, you know, that single right there, we didn't argue about it or nothing. We just sat there and was like, yo, this is what we going with. Yeah, this is what we going with. He's the dude. You know what I mean? And whoever came after him just came after him. Like when I was the what? The
But Protect Your Neck was out
one
first,
down the
though.
line.
Well, it was Protect Your Neck and Method Man were
No,
together,
Protect
right?
Your Neck and After the Laughter.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the
original
first
12
the first
right.
one. Yeah,
but
yeah,
Loud's
yeah.
first single
Right. Then when they went
was
Loud
Protect Your Neck, Method Man.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
But yeah, hold on. Where you fit? It was Enter the Wu-Tang, and then actually it was Gravediggers. I think was the next thing that actually came out. Was RZA put out the Gravediggers album?
Oh, Gravediggers.
When?
Yeah, it was the summer after.
Really?
Wu-Tang dropped in November.
Wu-Tang first album?
November.
He might be right.
Wu-Tang album's November. Gravediggers drops in the summer already. Like he was already doing it. Like it was ready to go. Then I think
know
Meth
that.
comes out right after that. Was it Tikal first or
No,
ODB?
Was
No,
it?
Tikal. Meth came out first.
Meth Tikal.
Yeah, Meth did Dirty.
Then Dirty.
Remember them niggas?
Then Ray.
Yeah.
Then Ray. Then you. Right?
No.
Was it you then Ray or Ray then you?
No, it was Ray
I think
first.
Ray Genius. I think.
Oh, Ray Genius then you?
Yeah, then me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. So yeah,
Yeah.
you had to wait. You really had to wait your.
Yeah.
Can we get some water for Sheik Luch? You need water, Ghost?
Yeah, I take
Water for both these guys?
Yeah.
Yo, wait, so you really had to wait your turn too.
Yeah, but I didn't have no problem with that.
but-
You know what I mean? I
But
was-
Ray album is
Yeah.
basically your first
Oh yeah, that's
album.
right.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. So I was just chilling. You know what I mean?
Did you and Ray have a conversation about his album being like, hey, it's going to be featuring you, or did it just work out that way?
Listen, man, it just worked out that way. That's just what it was. Ray was doing the album. Me and Ray was, on our shit. You know what I mean?
There's only one song with just Ray on it.
Yeah.
2 songs.
Incarcerated.
Knowledge
and-
God?
Oh, Knowledge God.
Knowledge, no. Yeah, Knowledge God.
And Incarcerated Scarfaces.
No, yeah, but it's more.
There's one more?
He got the one with the last record that's on there, and he got line for line,
yo.
This is
Oh,
how
that's
I get
Wisdom
down.
Body?
Yeah.
No, it's not Wisdom Body.
It's
That's
not?
No, it ain't Wisdom Body.
What's that one
It's
called
this,
then? Hold on, I'm looking up.
Feel Me Storytelling Rap Magellan. You ain't
Telling
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one, and he got the other one though. The other one.
So there's
with
like
Papa
3.
Wu, with Papa Wu talking.
Oh,
though.
right.
Yeah.
So there's like 3.
4.
3 or 4.
It's 4.
And there's what, 17 on there? So you're throughout
Yeah.
that whole album.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Is that up there among your favorites too?
Cuban?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Cuban, yeah, the purple tape, B. Cuban is the one that it got me going, yo. Cuban got me going. You know what I mean? I could never front on Cuban. And that vibe that we was in on that album was crazy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's how I know. It's the vibe on what's going on, yo. I know it. That what makes a good album and shit. And yo, when we mastered that shit and we listening to that shit, niggas ran right into a deer on the expressway. The nigga slid off the windshield. You know what I mean?
serious?
Yeah. Vaughn hit the deer. It was like, yo, deer snot and everything was on the motherfucking shit. Yeah, B. Yo, big. Yo,
Deer snot.
Yo, all that shit was on the windshield. It's like,
surprised
yo,
you didn't have a
niggas,
song after that,
it
Deer
was like,
Snot.
yo, but that, we listening to Ice Water too. That's when we knew it was like, it was some shit. But yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. And the dead came, bang.
Who do you talk to in Wu-Tang the most?
Probably Ray. Probably Ray.
And is it like you talk to him? Like, you text with him? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, we text. You know,
Do
what I mean?
y'all families know each other?
Yes, yeah. My family knows, yeah, sisters and everything. Yeah, you know what I mean. And RZA, you know what I mean, here and there. You know, 'cause of course that's my brother-in-law. You know what I'm saying?
RZA's your brother-in-law?
Yeah,
Which way?
yeah. I got baby by a sister.
You
I
have
got children, not say babies. You know what I mean?
You have children with RZA's sister.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Got you. So
You know
you
what I
guys are
mean?
tied together.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Yeah. So you're
You know
that's
what I
his
mean?
nieces and his.
Yes, niece and nephew.
He's the uncle to your kids. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all are family.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang Bunch.
You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, B.
So is RZA the same? He seemed the same to us. Like, even though he's a movie star now, he's directing his
Yeah.
own major motion pictures.
Yeah.
Is he the same cat?
Same cat, same smart cat, everything. Still humble, still give you, you know what I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? He ain't changed though.
But isn't it funny, Syfe, that Wu-Tang has always seemed like one of the crews you know not to fuck with ever in life is the Wu-Tang Clan. Yet they have the most tame, polite disagreements within the
how
crew.
real street
Right.
niggas
Like,
are.
it's crazy. Like, when y'all have disagreements, it'll be out in the public. Like, they'll say, oh, RZA said this, but it never gets elevated. It's just like, someone says
because
this,
you
someone
know,
says this.
it's that's your brother, B. That's your brother, man. You know what I mean? And not for nothing, a lot of things that will go on in the family usually supposed to be kept within the family. Yeah. You know what I mean? Ain't really supposed to be like whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I mean? I would never be out there, even though we had little court issues and all that, but I would never go out there and try to trash him in front of everybody, yo, fuck him and this and that and the third. It's like, nah, hell no, B. You know what I mean? Because when we get together, it wasn't, niggas argued and shit like that, and it never got to no blows ever being thrown, and at the end of the day, man, we was put together for this shit. You know what I mean? It's like I might have went to school with you, but you might not have been my homeboy. You know what I mean? Because I'm over here with my crimies, B.
That's what's so interesting.
You
That's
know
what I
what
was
I
saying
mean?
to Syfe, is you go to a Wu-Tang show, all these years later, you have 8, 9 different people who all have their own family,
Right.
Their own crews,
Right,
Their
exactly,
own
own shit, yeah.
Like, and you could. Some of it was obvious, like you had Theodore Unit, like everyone had their different shit,
Right.
But that's complicated. That becomes complicated relationships to navigate.
Wheelchair dudes just got to be on stage. At a
Minimum 5 wheelchair guys.
8 kids, 5 wheelchairs.
That's,
Definitely.
the Wu-Tang show is not starting. Is D-Block too?
Yes.
D-Block show or Wu-Tang show ain't starting until at least 2 or 3 guys roll up in the wheelchair. Now, here's the question I have about wheelchair guys. Are they actually legitimately in the wheelchair? Or some of them I've heard recently go, someone said to me, they're not really in wheelchairs. That's where they stay strapped.
Where y'all getting this shit from?
This is what we study.
Look at his face.
Yeah.
This is the
that's
shit we
crazy.
study.
My favorite Wu
crazy.
story ever, and this is alleged. You could deny it. This is what I heard. I heard somebody was talking greasy. They roughed him up, right? Boom, bang, bing, boom, boom. On the floor. Something about a closet. Boom, boom, boom. When it was all done, picked him up, cleaned him off, straightened his hair out, said, we had to do that. Now we all straight, right? Cool. Humble.
Humble. to the end. Now,
Oh shit, yo, you wild.
did anyone actually try to test the Wu, though? Was there ever another crew or any,
Troubleneck Brothers.
Is that the Troubleneck brother? Did
They just
anyone
had a lot of members.
Did
so.
anyone ever try to step to Wu?
Nah, not really.
Like, y'all never had any real dust-ups with other rappers?
Nah, not like that. Nah.
900 deep, man.
Nah,
What about
not
you
like
guys?
that.
What about D-Block?
Nah, man.
Not really.
No real problems like that?
Because nah,
They real, man.
we get at that shit quick though. We don't even let it ride too long.
Yeah, I know. I know how you guys get down. Well, I don't really know, but I can imagine. Although I did hear a great story from Karen Raitt recently about you guys in the parking lot outside of a signing in like 1990.
Us?
You.
Yeah, what we did.
Locks.
Yeah, what we
Do you
did.
remember this? You and Karen Raitt in the Interscope days, obviously, and it was a promo appearance at a hood spot in like a strip mall, and in the parking lot, it started out as fans, and then it started getting
Police and
crazy.
everything.
And then she was inside. Y'all were getting outside the car like, you sit tight.
Yeah.
And it was just
Yeah, the good old days.
the good old days of madness.
Do you still enjoy what you do though?
Hip hop, making these music?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Like you
I
said,
ain't
the
beating-
good old days.
No,
I mean, I
yeah,
say
I
the
mean-
same thing when I talk about my days. with
Yeah, nah, I
Flex
love
and Kim
making all
and-
this shit. But you know, we ain't beating people up and all that no more. And all that
Oh, the
crazy.
good old days.
Yeah, the good old days. Word. That's over with.
Well, that's a shame.
Word.
Now listen, Syfe, should we do this 9 o'clock hour?
All right, well, when can I want to see a Woo Block show?
Come on.
How do
the
we-
19th? Ain't we at where we at on the 19th?
Yeah.
Highline or something like that?
I don't even know where's it at.
Keep it
But I think it
posted.
might be for Sneaker Pimp or something like that.
But
You know
this
what I
is
mean?
the one where y'all gonna be together.
Together.
like
Yeah, we be
doing a
together.
road, right?
Yeah, man.
We do all that
Because
touring
in
and
New
all
Yeah,
York,
B.
things change. It's more people and
Yeah.
different element. I want to see like I'm
Nah.
gonna have to go on the road. I gotta go on the road.
Nah, you going this
Right.
you going
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati show? That would be
Let's go to
crazy.
Cincinnati or something.
everywhere. Yeah.
So,
And
and
before you guys get into the 9 o'clock thing, I got a question for Ghost. When we did have RZA in here, I asked him about the 20-year reunion that's coming up
Right.
next year, and he said that he'd be down to do it if he could kind of be the mastermind behind the whole project. But I read somewhere that you were already working on some stuff on your new joint. So, is this happening?
Working on the new Woo album
Yes.
that I was working on it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I did. I wrote a bunch of shit of beats that I brought to the table.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Not from RZA. So what he said?
He said that he'd be willing to do it if he can mastermind the whole project.
right.
You know.
Yeah.
he basically wants to exec it. You know, he wants to be the.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yo, man, he's the Abbott, yo. You
He
know
did
what I
call
mean?
himself the Abbott that penetrates, and I like that.
Yeah, man, he's the Abbott. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's like the king of the whole thing. So, you know, I mean, I'm with it. I'm with it.
But you
I'm
agree it
with
should go through. You think it should go through RZA if it's to be done properly. You think it should go through RZA.
But he
ultimately.
did say some beats that were not RZA's. So is that a requirement to use his beats if it's going to be on the album?
No, it's a discussion because
Wait.
it's like it's a discussion. You know what I mean? Because the last album, I wasn't feeling that. You know what I mean?
8 diagrams.
Yeah, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel that. And RZA knows I didn't feel that. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, because the fans, I know what the fans. All right,
Break it down.
take all my albums. I've been probably like one of the most consistent niggas you know.
No, I always call
You know what I mean?
Ghostface the most consistent artist of all
You know
time.
what I mean? Might not have sold millions,
not about-
But
you know what I mean?
consistent.
You know what I mean?
Consistent.
You know what I mean? It's all right. You can't really say like, yo, he fucked up. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to tell brothers that, but in a way where it's not making the rest of the members feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because you know you still got egos in there. Like, yo, who the fuck this nigga coming here trying to regulate and shit? Like, just
Lot of
because
egos.
you know what I
Lot of
mean? So
people.
he's like,
Lot
I
of
got to deal with a lot of mentalities. You know what I mean? Like, yo, man, nah, no. You know what I mean? So at the 8 diagrams, it was like I didn't think that was it. I didn't think that was it. You know what I mean? So I just don't want to lose our fan base. I want to make a comeback. I want to make as far as the Wu-Tang, and I know we got the
Same
power to
impact.
do it. Yeah. And if you just give these motherfuckers the right shit one more time, nigga, it's like, yo, that'll last you for like another fucking 10 years.
Well, no,
B.
it's just like you
Or
said,
whatever.
Syfe, about them being like a Zeppelin or a Beatles.
Yeah.
Late in their career,
Yeah.
that's when you turn in another Grammy-winning album
Yeah,
that everyone's
yeah,
like, oh my God,
yeah,
Rolling
yeah.
Stone cover
And
again.
it's like, you don't got to do it because, you know, you had times brothers be like, yo, let's do it. We could do this in 30 days.
No.
It's like, nah, what, nigga? You going to do an album in 30 days? You know what I mean? It's like you have to look at this shit, man. You got to nurture this shit, man. Water this shit and look at it for real. What you about to get is you, nigga, we haven't had an album in I don't know when. So what's the rush for?
Gotta be right.
Don't rush. If we was doing this album, this, you know, like at the top of the year, if he's coming for November, then nigga, you got to start right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, because you're going to get joints that's going to blow other joints out the frame. And you just pick them and make it real nice and fat. Don't overdo it. No double CDs and nothing like that. Nigga, if like you said earlier, if it's fucking 10, 12, and it's like, yo, bang, then that's what it is,
How many
man.
members
But you
of
would
Wu-Tang?
want your creative
9
input
Oh,
involved.
I, most definitely.
And that's the
most
only way-
definitely.
okay.
Most definitely. And that's just based on the feedback that I get from my fans. of the music that I put out. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like me and Ray, you know, we've been dropping a lot of shit or whatever the case may be, here and there, you know what I mean? But we relevant. We a lot relevant from our, you know what I mean, the crew shit. RZA doing scores, movies, you know what I mean, soundtracks, and this and that. But these fans, man, I know what these New York, Arizona cats, Denver, I mean, everybody, I know what they want, yo.
So it can happen, but there's gonna have to be some discussion.
I mean, yeah, and it's not
happening.
really nothing that bad. It's just an agreement.
Yeah.
Well,
Now-
it's really a commitment. Let's be honest. It's really everyone being like that. Everyone has the same vision for it.
Right.
You're talking about the idea of making, not just
Good
putting out another
music.
joint. No, not good. You want to
Yeah.
put out the
Yes.
joint that goes, oh my God, this is why they're the greatest collective of all time.
Exactly. And it's not that hard.
No.
It's not that hard. Now, you just got to take that criticism when a brother tell you like, yo, man, even me, yo, Ghost, nah, that rhyme is not the rhyme, yo. Oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? But what makes you think it's not the? You got to tell me first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tell me why.
Before I get ahead and listen now, if I got 6 niggas coming at me like that,
Then you know.
Then it's like, okay, you know what? All right, let me stretch my arm out and try again. You know what I mean? And I'll keep trying until I get it right, or else I'm not good on that cut. I don't make the cut. So what? I don't gotta make the cut. I mean, that's I don't gotta make it, but you know what? Y'all handle that. You know what I mean? And I gotta bow out gracefully.
That's
So
very
we gotta
diplomatic
learn
of you.
how to take that. If I say, yo, man, that's not it, and don't look at me. I mean, argue me down because that's your shit. Because a nigga don't like when you diss a nigga rhyme, though. You know what I mean? Because everything that come from you, and I spit a lot of bullshit here and there, whatever the case may be, for certain niggas. You know what I mean? But it's like, yo, when you talk about a nigga craft, certain niggas it get to. It'll get to you. Like, it's almost like talking about your mother, nigga. You know what I mean?
It's your baby.
Yeah, exactly. You birthed that. So if we got the understanding like that and we willing to come together, yo, we could work. We could go ahead and get that.
Well, please try.
Nothing would make me happier.
Please try to do
Nothing.
that, man.
Because that is, you know what? And I'll tell you the truth. That's one thing. That's one goal that's yet to be reached in hip hop. We keep seeing hip hop reach these new heights, right? Jay-Z keeps reaching new heights. Everyone
New
keeps,
heights.
But a classic group, and I consider, like we always say, Wu-Tang's kind of like the Beatles. To see them make their Ladder album, that Rolling Stones album that came out in 1995, that's still cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
Paul McCartney drops an album, everyone's
Right.
like, "Oh shit!"
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That would be something that hasn't been done by a hip hop veterans yet. And
Right.
it's not that y'all need it; you're good.
Right,
It'd just
right,
be
right.
Great. Why not?
Nah,
add,
it's like, yo,
add
this is hip hop, nigga. You still doing shows and you should still be doing music.
Well said.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, give it to your people. Just do it, man. This is. It ain't like you fucking Kobe and them niggas, and you got to run up and down the court all fucking day, every day, to your joints, to you can't do it no more, or you a running back.
No, you could rhyme forever.
Nigga, this is this. It's a fucking mouthpiece, you know what I'm saying, Safe? It's the fucking mouthpiece, man. Shoot that shit till your mouth die. You know what I mean? That's it. Just spit that shit, B. And, you know, keep it clear, you know, but you gotta be in the loop too. Like when I got with this, when you know what I mean, when I be around him and I be seeing like these niggas just be dropping shit every fucking. I never been a mixtape dude. I didn't really like it. I just want to fuck mixtape niggas up. You know what I mean? But these niggas, they drop. They just drop like freestyles. And now I know, like, you know what I mean? Because at the same time, it do keep you out there and your voice is being heard. You know what I mean? Now, when you missing for fucking like, damn, I ain't here from fucking just, you know, you got in 4 years and shit like, yo, what? It's like you lose fan base a little bit, you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, man, you gotta really like, yeah, exactly. Motherfuckers love you, B. Yeah. This is your job, but so just do it.
Isn't that stress? Is that a little stressful though? Like, for example, I always see you guys at Rock the Bells.
Yeah.
You get to Rock the Bells. This is the last thing, then we got to wrap up. But you get to Rock the Bells, and you're coming in a situation where, let's be realistic. I'm not saying you don't have to work hard, but you're good. You make money.
Right.
You make money on shows. Your albums have, you know, even if they don't sell, even if the last one didn't sell the way the one before did, you're making money.
Right.
And then you have guys who show up who are part of the crew, but listen, we know they're not putting out projects.
Right.
And they're not performing as much.
Right.
Does that ever put there are people at different levels. Like there are guys like Master Killer, he's always working. Maybe it's not the same level, but he's working.
Right,
But then there's
stay
some
working.
guys who ain't working at all, except for
Right.
when they show up to do the
do
Wu-Tang
it.
show.
Right.
Is that stressful at all? I
I
don't know that you feel bad, like you got a wad of cash in your pocket, and it's not necessarily like that for everyone.
I mean, you know, it depends. You know, it's like those are my brothers, man. What I want for myself, I want for my brother. You know what I mean? So a lot of the things, like for instance, I might do a Wu show. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, brother salaries be different. You know what I mean? But I know if I don't commit, that show might not go down, B.
Right.
And they might not get the check at all.
Yeah, now I crush everybody's fucking feelings. You know what I mean? And, you know, and a lot of times I had to go in there, you know, just on some like, you know what, damn, these niggas, you know, because there was times I'm like, yo, fuck that shit. Them niggas trying to give me what? Nah, I ain't doing that shit. Right. But then I fuck it up for everybody. You know what I mean?
And they need that, right?
Right, because niggas got families to feed too. So a lot of times with me, I'll fuck around and take the L. You know what I mean? I'll be like, yo, you know what? I'll look at it and flip it like, I'm with my brothers at the end of the day.
But that's what's always been cool is because
I'm with my brothers.
Y'all
yeah.
do always show up pretty
Yeah.
much every year
Yeah.
and do a bunch of shows where I
Right.
know everyone's getting paid, and that's
Right.
a dope. That's just dope.
Right, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's dope for the fans. We love
Yeah.
to see everyone.
Right.
Back in the day, Syph, do you remember the ultimate treat that it would be? Only one time, once or twice, that I get to see Wu-Tang with Dirty. Because back in the day, when you'd see Wu, it would be who's showing up. Like, I don't know who is Dirty going to be at this show. Because I saw you guys a handful of times in the early days.
Right.
I think I only got to see Dirty once or twice. That was part of the adventure. In the latter days, it's everyone. If you go to a Wu-Tang
Right.
show,
Yeah.
it's pretty much. Like
yeah.
last time I was at one and someone didn't show, it was a big deal. It was like it was fucked up that they
What do
weren't
they do?
there.
They just do
Right.
they do dirty.
Yeah, everyone rhymes Dirties. Now it's part of their routine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now they all
yeah,
know
Dirt's
it's,
in there. Yeah, Dirt's
he's
in there.
he's on the show.
He's in there.
They do
Yeah,
a
he's in
singles.
there.
He's on the
Right.
show.
He's in there. He's in there. Couple of joints.
And then you might be at University of Maryland doing a show, and all of a sudden, after the show's over, you see Capadonna back at the dorm hanging out with chicks from the show.
Right.
Yo,
Exactly.
Cap was always at Maryland though. But then
yeah, he's out there. Yeah, he out
goddamn
there.
right I fucked
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You're right.
You're right.
V.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wu Block.
Wu Block's out what day?
It's Tuesday. It came out.
It's out. Wu Block's out right now.
Stores now, yo.
Word up.
Go get that. You know what I mean? It's a nice fucking piece of cake right there.
And look for and enjoy Ghostface on Hip Hop Squares whenever you see him.
Yeah,
TV star
man.
that he is.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, what up? What up? Tony Stark in the building. I'm up here chilling with Cypher Sounds Rosenberg. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we up here. My man Chic Luch. You know what I'm saying? But check this out, man. Yo, we up here getting our dick sucked right now. Everything good. You know what I'm saying? You know, sipping a little coffee. You know what I mean? Putting the blunts out. You know what I'm saying? It's all love up here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's on some Mr. Rogers shit right now. We cooling. You know what I mean? We got our sweaters on. You know what I mean? Wu Block on the back. Shoes is off. You know what I mean? We on the couch and shit doing it big. Rosenberg over there eating a bowl of checks. He cooling and shit. You know how Cypher do. He a Raisin Brand nigga. You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is right now and shit. But keep a long story short. We just want to wish y'all motherfucking eggnog niggas a happy holiday. Happy Thanksgiving, whatever the fuck, man. Whatever holiday is coming up, happy Earth Day, nigga. You know what I mean? We out here in the trenches, Wu blocking it. You know how we do. You know what I mean? We just doing what we do, man. But, yo, fuck y'all niggas, man. Happy holiday. We love y'all motherfuckers. One.